guys, welcome to or welcome back to Exposed, and if I'm welcoming you back and you like it here, I'd love it if you stayed and subbed. So shall we jump back in to part 2 of Lardy dropping her drawers?
But I would never, ever, ever make fun of another woman for her body. It's just like beyond low.
Yeah, that's what you did in your Instagram. Wow.
I don't want to be thick anywhere. I would never get a BBL. I think it's ugly.
You've already got one.
Well, Tay, it's not that, okay, there's a difference. Thank you for saying that. Like, I totally love you saying that you think I look good. F good. Fucking good. So you don't have to preface it with like that I don't care. I mean, I like it. I like getting a compliment. I don't like, right. I'm very narrow.
Where?
I always hold my weight well.
You're narrow. Where? Where exactly are you narrow? Has she forgotten that arse that follows her around?
It's like the people that try to insult people that are old. I never understand that either. That's a privilege to be old, to have wisdom.
Do you not listen to the lies you're spewing? They're so old, they couldn't do YouTube. Blah, 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 blah. I would never.
To know who you are. Can we talk about guys? Oh, thank you, Denise. You know, I don't want to even...
I don't want to talk about me being fat. Shall we change the subject?
Say I've worked hard. This has not been hard, although lately I've had some struggling days. I weigh a lot more than 160, and I'm not even 5'4". So, I bet you look great. I should show you these again. You can't see the lighting. Let me bring this into the kitchen. Hold on, because I think the lighting in there is better for just these. I mean, I'm so happy I'm older. I would never, ever want to be younger. Ever. Not that I didn't have...
I don't know about that. People say, I would never, ever, ever. I don't know if I'd want to go through all the school bollocks again. But I'd love to go back and have a chat with my younger self and tell me not to listen to my mother and to go for what I wanted in life. But then, had I done that, I would have ended up somewhere different, and I wouldn't have met Jed, and I wouldn't have had my kids. So, swings and roundabouts, isn't it? But yeah, I'd love to go back and tell my younger self, your mum's a narc, don't listen to a word. Have a bit more confidence in yourself, but apart from that,
fun. I don't have any regrets. I have a beautiful apartment. I have beautiful animals. Look at my apartment. I wake up every day and I'm happy to be living here.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it, when you don't have to pay for it? You can't stand there and go, this is something I've achieved. I own this apartment.
Hi, Lori.
Do we have to see your face?
Can't really see.
Because your big fat head's in the way.
This is the back of my cheap, tacky jewelry that I made.
Oh, triggered, are we?
Shame on you. That's what I say.
Shame on who for what? I've forgotten.
Can't really see it.
Because they said your jewellery
See
was
if I
shit.
put it down here.
Everyone's entitled
My
to an
apartment's
opinion.
beautiful.
How are we supposed to see it with a fucking black and white worktop? That doesn't help at all.
That's as best as I'm gonna do. That's as good as it's gonna get. Let's see.
And you're trying to sell this shit.
Can you see the...
No! Maybe if you did it in daylight,
shift.
put some effort into
This
your
sweater is
product
older
pictures.
than dirt. I think I got this in Boston when I lived in that original gorgeous apartment.
It wasn't gorgeous.
Let's see, is it like this?
Am I the only one who thinks that? Who thinks her original Boston apartment was gorgeous? It looked like it was thrown together to me. It looked cold, totally uninviting. There wasn't a homely feel about it at all. Didn't like it. I don't know what she saw in it.
This? Oh. Okay. There. Oh. Okay. You see? It's magical in there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'll just count the one that fell on the floor. They all come with a 14-karat gold-filled chain, but if you want to spend less, you can choose the leather, the suede cord, and they're $19.99.
Why won't
Look
that
at
go
okay.
away?
That one. This one is the opaque one. I'm not asking for a lot of money for these either.
Nor
then
should you.
I could see people being pissed off that I have the nerve to do that, but look at that one. Oh. They're so pretty. I don't consider this a diet.
But it is, though. If you
No,
do it
she's
properly.
over.
Oh, and that was the thing. I was chatting to...
Hi, Rebecca.
And I found out what this special sauce is. She meant HP sauce, brown sauce. Right, we don't call it special sauce, and where the fuck she got that from? But it's riddled with carbs, you fuckwit. So she thought she was doing really well just having 2 fried eggs, and then she poured half a bottle of sauce on top of it. So that sort of defeats the object, doesn't it? Twit.
Yes, I made them. I have an Etsy shop. Go check it out.
Creative Low.
It's called on Etsy.
Don't you know the name?
Go on my Etsy site and see if it's there, Denise. And we should wait until your other one gets to you. Fair, F-A-I-R-E. What is that? God, I don't know so much.
But would you ever really admit that?
Wholesale website. Let's see what they have. It's wholesale though. Although yeah, it's wholesale. Well, wait. This one doesn't have a minimum. Some have a minimum. I could try. Does it involve having to pay?
Ooh, if you're buying stuff, yes. One would think.
I know, Rebecca, but it's just not worth it to send. It's going to cost you so much in shipping. I wanted to do that for you, but I just don't feel like it's worth it. Except you have to have a lot in wholesale, and I really want to be able to offer it to a lot of different people. I'm just going to quickly show you my chicken wings
I thought you were keeping that for your Patreons.
from my air fryer. Perfectly done. Oh my God.
You're shocked that you actually cook something. Yes, so are we.
I'll try, but it's another thing to have to pay, you know, a fee and everything.
I'm
You
not
can
eating
request
that, you said.
anything. You could say, I want pink and I want this chain. Okay, I'm going to eat this.
Going to end up eating all that chicken tonight and have none for tomorrow, aren't you?
Megan. These are on keto. Oh my God. Perfectly cooked. Greasy. Like moist. I don't dip them in anything, but you could dip them in blue cheese.
Why blue cheese? I don't dip them in anything, but you could dip them in blue cheese. Why blue cheese? You can dip them in whatever the fuck you want to dip them in. Why blue cheese? Why? Yeah, what? No, sorry.
I just started making the earrings, Denise. Listen to this crunch, okay?
I'm not eating them tonight.
That's so good.
Hands up who knew she was going to eat them all tonight. I don't want to hear it, thank you very much.
No batter. No flour.
Honestly, you'd think she'd discovered fucking gold, wouldn't you? Cook any chicken, even in an oven. You get crispy skin. My chicken was like that. That's what they keep complaining about. Doesn't taste like yours. Get me a fucking bungalow. And I might actually be able to do some or help some cooking. Instead of being stuck up here like a fucking hobbit or something.
They fell off the bone. These weren't
straight into your mouth.
All natural from Trader Joe's.
Do you normally buy unnatural chicken wings? But
you have to watch my... It's really nothing. I kind of feel bad, but people asked for it. My Patreon. Okay. And then I'll send you a personal thank you.
oh, great. Woo.
Oh, I poured it out, didn't I? Okay, so I also have a new way of making this tea. Hang on. So, 2 tea bags. I put 2 teaspoons of sugar because I like it. 2 tea bags, pour hot water, and then I let it sit sometimes overnight. This is my little tea thing.
Pot.
If I use the loose tea, I put this in. But in this case, these were the tea bags.
Go on, bang
This
a bit
cold,
more.
So I'm going to heat it up in the microwave. This is so good. Oh my God. Okay. If you make this tea, oh wow, I have to tell you about this tea. If you get this tea and you make it right away, it does not have a very strong flavor. It was expensive, $10, but it was worth it if you do it the way I say. Almond coconut macaroon tea.
You have to do what Lardy does, don't you? Because she's figured out the way to brew tea that no one's ever figured out before. And how dare you have Barry's tea?
You have to let it sit. What did you order? Did you order a necklace, Barbara? So I'm going to take these 2 tea bags that have been in since yesterday. See, I just make a pot and I let it just sit there and then it's all ready, you know.
It's not how you make tea.
And then I just do that and I add 2 teaspoons of sugar and that's it. No, I didn't get this at Trader Joe's. I got this at AJ's. Kosher certified red tea, Robios herb tea blended with almonds, vanilla, and natural flavors. I got the pot. I was looking for something like it and I couldn't find anything at Home Goods, and then that was just arbitrarily put somewhere and I got it. It was $9.99. Oh my God, it is so vanilla-y when you let it sit.
Don't they sell teapots at Target?
It doesn't get bitter or anything. So,
I'm sorry. Has she just put cold water out of the tap into a teapot with 2 tea bags and 2 spoons of sugar to sit overnight? Is that what she's done? Tell me that's not what she just did.
look at how pretty. But don't be jealous. Don't be jealous of me. Yes, I think you're jealous. Because if you weren't, you wouldn't watch. People don't watch people that they don't like.
You do.
It's just, you just don't. Oh, it's like an accident you can't look away from. I say to that, first of all, look away from accidents. What kind of sadistic person are you that you watch accidents? I go like this. I don't want to see. No, Sandy, I haven't tried that. Hi, Sarah. Okay, so if you're watching me because I'm a train wreck, which clearly I'm not, like Nikocado Avocado is a train wreck. Trisha is a train wreck. I'm not a train wreck. I'm nothing.
Trisha's a happy married woman with a lovely little girl and another baby on the way. Not much of a train wreck. And she's a lot younger than you. So's Nikocado, what's his face? He could pull himself together soon. You've lived your whole life as a fucking train wreck.
Thing. Other than everything that you're not, you know? I'm talking to haters right now who are watching and like recording this to take over to some obscure site so that they don't have to give me views, but they are giving me views.
How are they?
Lolly, I don't sleep. I don't sleep till like 3 or 4 in the morning. It's awful. And then I sleep the afternoon. I just have to ride it out. Okay, let's talk about guys. I kicked that guy to the curb.
Of course you did.
Because I realized, well, first of all, one thing I didn't tell you guys about him. He had a voice like a woman. And he was in bed every night by 8:30. So, yeah.
Yeah.
People wrote, "Oh, you look so happy. Oh, you're so happy. Oh, you're sparkling. He brought out something in you." No, wrong, wrong, wrong. You guys, just because somebody smiles when they're on a video, like either I'm happy or you think I'm mean and angry. I'm both. They were like, you're giddy just because I was laughing. I'm never going to get giddy. I'm not desperate for a man. You're coming from a point of view that I care so much about having a guy. I don't. I barely care. I'm forcing myself to do it because I want to make friends here, but I don't care. He'll have to blow me off my rocker. And this guy would have, but you said you liked him. I did. I don't know him. I said I'd go out on a second date. You guys said to me,
I'm trying to find friends here. Why don't you just go to a group then? Meet like-minded women if you're not interested in finding a man.
did you have a good time? I said, yeah, I had a good time. Yeah. I mean, he tried to kiss me and I pulled away. He had zero sex appeal, zero coolness. He was not cool. He offered nothing to the conversation. Somebody said, did he make you laugh? No, he was not funny. He was not remotely terribly interesting. He was fine. I would have gone out a second time. That's how I am, until I started thinking and I was like, I really don't want to waste my time because the voice. Now I know why he didn't call me first. Did you ever see the Seinfeld episode where the woman was married to a guy with a woman's voice and Elaine kept calling and thinking it was her? I was horrified with this guy's voice. I've never heard anything like it in my life.
But you never mentioned that when you were doing the roundup of the first date. That never came up in the conversation. If it was such a deal breaker, why did you not mention it then?
And yes, Sandy, you that's it. It's like, okay, it was a date. It was a date. And I'm done. Now, let's go through this.
You're done.
I've blocked them all, so I can't look back. That's the problem. So this guy, his name is Carl. Can totally tell he's fake. Okay?
Yeah,
looks amazing, right? But in his profile,
why would he click on your picture? Oh, because you don't give the real picture, do you? That's what I said I was going to do at some point. Right, let me see. This is what she puts on her dating profile. Was there another one somewhere? That one. That's what they think they're going to meet up with, and then she turns up.
oh. No, he wasn't a woman. He was a guy with a really high voice.
Ah, but do you know?
So this guy in his bio wrote black hair. He does not have black hair. Some poor guy's picture was taken for this scammer, so I knew it was a scammer, so I wrote them. They wrote me, hi, pretty. I asked where they live because I've never heard of it. It's fake, Denise. He says, Tucson, I'm Carl. I said, hi, Carl, I'm Lori. Then I look back at his profile. I see that he wrote he had black hair. They're all fake. You can spot them when you date, when you do this. This is nothing surprising, nothing new. I get hundreds of emails from guys. So it's like bing, bing, swipe left, swipe right type of thing. Okay. So in your profile,
I get hundreds.
you wrote that you have black hair, but the picture clearly you don't have black hair. Also, you did not write a single thing in your profile. Are you lazy? Then another guy, not particularly good looking, writes me, like, do these guys really think that because I'm beautiful on there, like I am, that I would go out with them? One of them.
So I'm beautiful on there, yeah, because you're not showing the real you.
Was 5'3". So I said, your profile says you're 5'3". Did you mean 6'3"? Or are you really 5'3"? Right, Barbara? I know I never mentioned his voice. And he's like, no, I'm 5'3". So I just blocked him. Hey, Tracy.
That's just so rude. All you have to say is, okay, thank you. Was looking for someone who'd be a little bit taller. Hope you find the right one. Block. You're looking for perfection and then they find you. God help them all.
It's very short because if he's writing he's 5'3", he's 5'2". Sarah, it's a scam. It's the Nigerian scam where they actually find women, desperate women, probably like that Sandy that I blocked or Love, those kind of women, or all the women on the gossip site. They find women like
all the women on the gossip site are married, fuckwit.
That who are desperate and needy and have no life, and they,
says she,
prey on them by getting to know them, and then they say they're out of town, and you'd think that no one would fall for this, but they do. And then they start asking for money. They're like, I really want to come see you, but I can't, my mother this and that, and the woman gives them money. I had a friend who had a friend, so I didn't know the friend personally. My friend said that her girlfriend was engaged to a guy she had never met, someone she met online, and the girlfriend planned out the whole wedding and paid for it. No, Sandy, they lie by 1 inch.
Just because you lie through your teeth doesn't mean everybody else does.
Well, Denise, I don't know what I would do if I was married to the same guy for 21 years. I'd want to kill myself.
They'd probably help you.
That's how I feel. I would much rather be single and dating than married for 21 years.
Because you don't know how to keep hold of a man, that's
Not to
why.
say that's not your thing, but it's not mine. I am the person I am because I haven't been married for 21 years. I don't believe in marriage like that, to be honest, lasting forever. But that's just me. I also am not into big white wedding dresses and big expensive weddings.
Unless your mum's paying.
Well, it's a Nigerian scam. So I think they originally started out in Nigeria. I'm sure they're not in the United States. I don't know. I can just spot them right away. You get used to it. I can spot them right away also because I sell things online, and I used to rehome birds.
What's that got to do with anything?
And Bella, and it happened. Go make on the wee wee pad. Go make on the wheelie pad. See, the thing is, Denise, I often think, God, what's Katie doing on the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City? That was Katie from Vanderpump Rules. That was Katie, right? Yes. Wait. What is she doing on there? When you say,
Are you gossiping?
because I'm very strong, like, hang on. Yeah. Lala and Katie. They're on the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. I'm not sure why. I don't want to ever depend on somebody. See, a lot of women that are married for that long, their husbands have done everything. What are you going to do if that husband... Hey, don't. Pom-pom, no, you let her lie down.
Do you think that's how it goes nowadays? That women are married and the men do everything, and then if the men disappear, the woman doesn't know how to do anything? Really? The only thing Jed can do that I can't do is fucking IKEA flat pack furniture. It's like they've written it in double Dutch. I don't understand a word of it. And he'll get stumped and he'll get the destructions, as he calls them, and he's like, nah, fuck that. And he just puts it together. Other than that, there's nothing that he can do that I can't do. And vice versa. So that's fucked your little theory, hasn't it?
What are you going to do if they die? Like, that's... I don't know. I just know so many people that could not survive without a guy. Oh, you like it? I don't watch it. Super sunshineable. Did your husband die, Tay-Tay? I don't know why I think of you as being really young.
Oh, how old is Tay-Tay?
That's what you say. That's what you say. You're older than me? Tay-Tay, I picture you as being a 30-year-old black woman.
Tay-Tay's older than you. Wow.
I can't see from the picture, but in my head, you are a 30-year-old black woman. You all say that. You all say it, and you'd run right out, and chances are you'd try to find another guy. I know too many people who have lost their husbands and have that bravado. When you're married, it's so easy to say it.
You know nothing.
You doth protest too much.
You talk bollocks.
Oh, nice, Denise. Pom-pom. Okay.
Pom-pom wants the chicken.
Your paw is going to get caught in Mommy's sweater. No, 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 no.
That's all them animals here, isn't it? All day, every day.
Don't believe it. All the women on the Housewives who were divorced are now they're all trying to get married. My friend whose husband died, serial dater. She said, no, I would never get married again. I would never, and went and set her sights on finding a man.
That doesn't mean we all will.
It's impossible that all the women on here who've been married for so long, that you all are saying the same things. When statistics and what you see on TV and in my personal life is completely the opposite. That's what you think. I know that you're not making it up. What's shaking your head? Because I know.
No, you don't know.
So, yeah, like there are positives to both. If you've been married for a really long time, those are the things. Marriage is not for them. Yeah. Right. No, it's women. Women are generally obsessed about finding a boyfriend, which is why all of you were like flipping out over my one date and saying, oh, you're giddy, oh, you're happy, oh, this is it. And like, when it was just one stupid date.
But you were giddy. You were laughing like a schoolgirl. He held my hand. Now you're trying to backtrack because he didn't want to see you again, and you're making him out to be an effeminate man who went to bed at 8 o'clock every night and sounded like a woman. Whatever.
Nikki, how old are you? I picture you and you're 25 years old. Right, you probably wouldn't get remarried. That's not what I'm saying. Oops. You probably wouldn't get remarried, but it would be very difficult after being with how can you say you'd be just fine? You'd be like Tay-Tay, surviving. You're used to being with somebody 30 years and they pass away. That's like huge. You don't just recover from that.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean you're out looking for the next available man, which is what you said.
Bye, Tracy. Yeah, you might not want to get married again. I'm not talking about getting married. A lot do. But I'm just saying you come from most people do, they come from a very different perspective than me because I've been single for a very long time. Well, Barbara, that's not that long. You're only 10 years older than me, so you've been a widow for 10 years. That's too young.
That's not that long.
To have been a widow, but my friend was a widow at 50, I think. Yeah. Or even 49. And it was funny because she said the same thing. Oh, I'm never going to get married. I don't even care if I have a guy, this and that. And then went on full force and can tout how many dates she's been on, like 200 and something dates.
Tout.
okay, the choice is this. Somebody just, see, this all started because someone was like, I've been married for 30 years. I don't know how I would be able to put up with dating. Well, and all I'm saying is, I don't know how I would be able to put up with being married for 30 years. That sounds to me as daunting and terrible as what she said, what Denise said about being single. I mean, if you think about it, what kind of thing is that to say, really? It's actually not very nice.
Trust you, twist it round, make you the fucking
Yeah, Denise, that's a long time. But like, to say to
abused
someone that's
person.
single, oh my God, I've been married for 30 years. I don't know what I would do. Like, okay, you know?
Yeah, but then you turn around and said, well, I can't imagine being married for 30 years. Pot, kettle.
Well, I can't imagine. Okay, so Kathy, I can't imagine being married to some one and only guy with ugly feet, like an old man already, and deal with that crap. That's how I feel.
Why do you assume they've all got ugly feet?
How can you be married that long and deal with that crap and be with the same person?
Because you
Ugh,
love them. It proves that you've never loved anyone other than yourself.
ugh. Like, that's how I feel. Because I know what marriage is. I think being single is better than being married. We're not talking about getting old. Thank you, Jody. And it's kind of like, I feel like a lot of women that say how long they've been married, it's like we hung on for that long. That's how I look at it. Like, are you saying it? You're saying it, but I don't view what you're saying as something amazing, because I know what marriage is and I know how hard it is. And I know how men age in general. And I don't know, you wear it like a badge. It's lost on me. I don't think it's anything to necessarily be proud of, that you've been married for 37 years or 57 years.
Because that's something that you could never do. Had you been married for 37 years, you'd expect people to be proud of you, though, wouldn't you?
There's like, my grandparents were married too, and I know what marriage was. Yeah. Gungar and I were married 6 years, 5 years before we had Burke. And I was married to my first husband for just 7 months. Yeah, that's it, Sandy, because when you're young, you don't necessarily grow in the same direction, you know? I don't think anyone's trying to make me feel bad for being single. I think they want me to find somebody, and I don't want to find somebody as badly as they want me to find somebody. No, I don't think they're trying to make me feel bad for being single. I like being single.
God forbid anyone would try and make you feel bad about anything.
Sandra. Well, you're also 67. That's why I feel like I should date now, because I wouldn't want to start dating at 67. I don't think of it enough, Nicole, to be against anything. I'm not against anything. If people can do what they want to do, it's not throwing their life away. I wouldn't want to do it. I wouldn't want my child to do it. So they get married at 18. You can always get divorced. You know?
How is that throwing your life away if you've met the right person?
Well, Kathy, then it's very rare. See, I'm basing this also on like going on the cruises and seeing all the married couples and all the guys in their sandals, and they're all, when I say all, I'm talking general. Why do I want to date? Because I want to meet people. I want to have another thing in my life.
Thing.
I don't want
nice.
to date a lot, so like I'm pretty picky as to who I'll go out with. Same with me, Barbara, but I don't have any girlfriends here. When COVID is over...
You did though, didn't you? What happened to Cherie? Huh? She got fucked off with you in the end, didn't she? And the girls' club dumped you quicker than a hot rock.
I will join like a kirtan group. I'll join some kind of dance place. If you fall in love at 18 and want to get married, you do it. Do it. The worst that would happen is you get divorced. I mean, it's not like a life sentence. You can get divorced. Not that you go into it thinking you can get divorced. But I'm just saying, it's like this. I'm telling you guys about dating. Okay? I'm telling you my experience about dating. To say to me, oh my God, I've been married 30-something years and I don't know, I could not put up with that, is not a nice comment to make.
Yeah, and it's not nice for you to throw that back in their face either. And it's not someone being horrible. They're just saying, wow, I can't imagine doing it. Me and Jed say that all the time. Can you imagine trying to date now? I have no clue what's going on with dating apps and languages and who says what and why and fucking hell. I watch a program called The Rap Game UK. And the last series of the Rap Game, when they'd finished doing a song, Krept and Conan and DJ Target were like, that's cold, man, that's cold. And it's like, when did cold become a good thing? And I said to Tech Help, did you know cold was good? And he's like, no. It's exactly. It's like when people were saying things were sick. I wouldn't know where to start with dating now. And that's all that woman's saying. It's too much like hard work. Because all the pubs have closed down, all the clubs have closed down. You can't go anywhere and meet anyone organically now unless you ram them in Sainsbury's car park or something. So that's all she was saying, was I'm glad I've been married for 31 years because I wouldn't know where to start. But of course you have to turn it round to be an insult for you, of course.
It's like if I was cooking something and somebody was like, oh my God, that's so disgusting, I could never eat that. That's all I'm saying. You deal with what you've been handed. If you are in a marriage that is good and there's no reason to get divorced, I don't care what an 18-year-old does. That's the thing. I don't care about arbitrary people if they get married at 18. I just think to myself, oh my God, they're probably going to get divorced. So let her lie down. Pom-Pom's so aggressive about the blanket. That's all that I was saying. Like, I'm telling you about dating, and people are saying...
Can we drop it now?
Oh my God, like they're not saying, oh my God, I can't do that or whatever. They're comparing. Why are you comparing your life against my life? One has nothing to do with the other.
That's what people do, for fuck. Oh. If somebody says, oh, I'm going skydiving at the weekend, people would either say, oh, that's cool, I've always wanted to do that, or no way, you'd never get me up there in an aeroplane to jump out of it. It's called fucking conversation, you dimwit.
Oh my God. They are all so unattractive. How can you say that? How can you say they're all so unattractive? They're not. The same way that you met your husband is the same way that you meet somebody. You meet a million people in your lifetime. You're not attracted to every single one of them. I'm just saying it's a pointless thing to compare your life to my life. Why are you doing that? Why are you comparing your life to my life?
Ouch.
You don't have to date because you're married. So like if I got on somebody's video and they were celebrating their 57th wedding anniversary, their 25th wedding anniversary, and I said, oh, I don't know how you could stay married that long. I could never. Is that a nice thing for me to say? Is that adding anything to anything?
You're never happy unless you're fucking angry, are you? Never happy unless you're having a fight with somebody. You will try the patience of a saint.
Barbara, that's if you go older. I like to date guys that are younger. Like I'll date somebody in their late 40s as opposed to mid 60s. I get it, Denise, but I'm just saying, so that's how I feel. So when someone says that to me about dating, I think of what the alternative is, and I know that I would not have wanted to stay married. I just know that
you would if you were married to the right person for the right reasons.
That I wouldn't be the person that I am if I had been married all this time. I mean, financially, I guess it would have been nice. But all the decisions I've made are my decisions, and there's something really amazing to be said about that. I just picked up and moved. I don't have to worry about someone else's family or taking in their mother or their... I'm not going to go through why I got divorced. Really? Well, I don't even know. How do you answer that question?
With the truth.
Maybe you wouldn't, Kathy. Maybe you wouldn't. Maybe you wouldn't date, but you said you'd be just fine. And I'm saying that not having been married for so long and being independent and having to do, hey, I mean, yes, I had help from my mother. Everybody needs help. But basically living my own life, deciding, what job I wanted, deciding how I looked, deciding how I wanted to decorate my house, deciding when I went on a vacation.
And you think you couldn't have done that being married? Really? I decided how we decorated this house. I arranged it when we up and moved from Wales to here. I chose what work I did. I don't get your point, Lardy. I don't know what you think marriage is, but it's not what you think it is.
You didn't hurt my feelings, Denise. It's fine that you're married. I don't care that you're married. You're misunderstanding. You guys are misunderstanding me.
No, because you're making a fucking argument out of nothing. No, I don't think it's nice that you said that. So now they're apologising and you're saying that they don't understand what you're saying. We know what you're saying. We heard you loud and clear.
Okay, so this other Denise kind of agrees. You can't. This is true, Tay-Tay. That's what I'm trying to say. That, like, there have been so many benefits to being single and independent. It's made me strong and who I am. And it's allowed me to do things that married people can't do, because you have a partner that you have
like
to
what?
take into consideration. So
like what?
All of their family, the things going on with their family, play into your relationship.
No. Not if you've got a strong relationship and you look after your unit. Their family don't have any sway on what we do. If we want to move to where they live, great. If we want to move away from where they live, great. Got nothing to do with us. They are living their life, we live ours. Is that a problem you had with your first husband? Is that what it was?
How many children you have, where you live, everything. That's so good, Kathy, that they don't bother her about it, because I could see them bothering her about it.
You've got no clue about marriage, have you?
I would. And she doesn't want children, even on her own. So, I actually don't want, I don't want Bert to get married when he's really young, but it's all going to be up to him. Like, I'm not going to obviously say anything. And I want him to have children if that's what he wants. I know he wants to be in love. I know he wants to get married. I truly don't believe in marriage.
Because you don't know how to fucking work a marriage, that's why. Because you're a narcissist. And being married is teamwork, and there's no I in team, is there?
I just don't believe in it. Yeah. Sandra, that's nice. So for instance, like, I wouldn't have been able to just up and move here. I wouldn't have been able to.
Yeah, you would.
Go on a cruise when I wanted to go on a cruise.
Yeah, you would.
And decide that I want to be a real estate agent, and then, try.
I'm sorry, I thought you did all this while you were with Google. So you could be a real estate agent while you were married. Can you ever tell the truth about anything, ever?
Try that out. Like, you have to, there's so much. Like, I can get tattoos whenever I want. I don't answer
so
to
can
anybody.
I.
That's what it is.
Nor do I. When you're married, you're a team. And 9 times out of 10, your husband or your wife, when you say to them, I'm thinking of having a tattoo, will say, cool, what are you having? I'll come with you. We could both get them. Your idea of marriage is totally screwed, because you were never married for love, and you never will marry for love. So I couldn't just do this, I couldn't just do that. Yeah, you could, because I did. And I'm coming up on 30 years soon, so fuck you.
And when you're married, you have to. It's part of it. Like, I'd be pissed off if my husband didn't answer to me and just went out and tattooed his whole body and spent the money on a tattoo without, conferring with me. And where I want to live and the house that I want to live in and, all of that. I'm just glad that it is the way that it is. I think it's been good for me. I know.
I think it's been good for the men, not having to be put up to be married to you. That'd be a life fucking sentence, wouldn't it?
And so I'm not looking for a husband, and I'm not looking for anything terribly serious, but I also am picturing some nameless, faceless guy that I don't have a feeling for, If I fell in love, and I'm open for anything, so if I fell in love, I'd be receptive to falling in love if that happens. If it happens, it happens, Right now, I can't picture ever wanting to share my apartment and having somebody else live here. Maybe some of you find that sad. I don't. I think I've, a lot of you like Barbara, okay? That is true, Tay. I miss having somebody that cares about me out there. I don't have that. And I don't sit and pine for it, but I know that if I got it, I would like it. So, but I want it on, it has to be all on my terms, I don't want someone to live here. I want to see them when I want to see them. And I want to have my own place. That's why I don't want to get married. I want to meet somebody that kind of is in the same, that has their own life, Right, Karen, not in your house. And I've never liked a guy sleeping over. I'm not a cuddler. I want my bed to myself. I want my bathroom to myself. I don't want somebody peeing all over the toilet, leaving the toilet seat up, farting. I just don't want it. I don't want that, Having to, it's so nice when you're single, you can go on a diet and it can be your diet. Single and alone, I have to say. So, if I still had a young kid living with me, yeah, Lolly, except at my age, they're already retired. Love firemen. Or a plastic surgeon, because they work a lot. But then, some of these women who have really rich husbands, doctors, I'm thinking of on The Real Housewives. So I'm thinking of Heather. Her husband is missing out on their kids.
Most husbands do if they work at a job like that.
But Ellie Mae, that's because you, I think you have, because of what you've said before, I don't think you're truly happy in your marriage,
Rude! What's not a nice thing to say? Telling somebody that you don't think they're happy in their marriage. That's crossing a line.
Lolly, neither did Gungur. He never farted, but most do.
Gungur didn't fart, ever.
I just don't like living with somebody else, really. If they stink up the bathroom or they are messy and dirty, no one's going to be exactly like you. I'm also an only child, so I'm very used to being alone and independent. Had I been in a bigger family, I probably would be married and believe in marriage. you know. My grandparents were married forever. Like, they never. And my grandmother completely, who said, oh no, I'd be fine if I was a widow, and she made fun of other widows and how dependent they were. She completely fell apart after my grandfather died. Completely fell apart. And then having to have sex. Oh God, no. No, I don't.
So you don't want sex. So why is it you're always telling us to go and give our husbands a blowjob, or saying that we obviously don't have enough sex and that you could pull any of our husbands at any point, and now you're saying that you're not interested in it? Which is it?
Don't want. See, I have my son. That's all that I really care about. Wow, Emily, that's amazing. Oh, that's fab. It's Gungor, Gungor, Tina. My lesbian affairs. If I was a lesbian, I would say I was a lesbian. And I've never cheated on a guy ever. Just another lonely woman who obviously is not married or is in a bad marriage. Who said I didn't want to sleep with him? Ugh, Tina, go away. I'm not interested. Go pay attention to your husband.
See?
Try to make it work. I want another cup of this delicious tea. Yeah. And you know, I after that date, I said I'm not a very sexual person. I was pretty sexual with Zach. So.
Who's Zach?
And I was sexual when I went on that Sensi thing and I fucked that guy in the hotel. So I think I am sexual, but if you have a girl's voice and you're not sexy and you have no spark, I'm not going to want to even kiss you. I'm not answering that question. I think you can figure it out by extrapolating what I said.
There we go. We haven't heard extrapolate for a while, have we?
So, yeah, I was trying to make excuses for the guy. Until I finally was able to really be truthful with myself and realize what was wrong with him, that I didn't like him. I tried. I would have gone on a second date, like I said. Well, I would have. I could have gone out on a second date. But I knew that I didn't like him because I didn't want to go out on a second date. You know?
Or maybe, perhaps, because he didn't fucking ask you on a second date.
Something the next day when I was talking to you guys.
Getting all giddy and
6
giggling.
times. Yeah, I don't understand that either. Like, Elizabeth Taylor. Why do they keep getting married?
The ring, darling, the ring.
Why not just date? Why get married? No. The guy I had a date with, his name was Tony. I didn't have sex with him either. I didn't even kiss him. So, anyways, I decided.
You decided.
I would not have been looking forward to going out with him. So I always think you have to give somebody 2 times, but I guess talking to you guys and like talking it out, and then some of you or somebody said, "Did he make you laugh?" And I was like, "No."
Boom, I'm going to call it there, and then we've got an hour in the next one. So if you got to this part with me, congratulations. Oh, where have I gone? And I will catch you in the next one.